Hi there, Michelle here from Snazzy Scrappin', and today I'm showing you our newest Creator Card die set, and this is the pop-out panel card die set. So this one's a 15-piece die set. It's a little bit different this time because it doesn't include a base die because it would have been too wide for a Cuttlebug or a Big Shot, but it's not hard to cut your own base, and I'll show you how I've done that. It's also available as a bundle, and of course this is October 2024, so if you're looking at this video 2025, there's a good chance they're all gone. But the bundle includes the die set, the beautiful blue paper pack, which I've used for this one, and this is just gorgeous. They're just specially designed for card making, so you've got lots of little patterns that you can use, and then this time there's some butterflies to go with there, so you can use them as toppers. And then this one is Flyaway, and I'll be making the sample with it today. It's lovely soft pinks and greens, and just gorgeous for all your things that you'd like to do. Now, if you buy the bundle, you'll get a couple of the toppers that come in there, and this beautiful stamp set, as well as your cardstock, and this 3D embossing folder is a bonus. Now, that one I've cut out with one of the dies. You see on the back there that, and don't look at my smudgy ink, that's what I've put there to write on. But I also cut it out of the free 3D embossing folder that comes with the bundle, and I made sure I spritzed it with water first, just so the paper's a little bit more giving, otherwise it'll crack, especially with the 3D ones. And then afterwards I just inked over with chipped sapphire ink. Okay, so that's if you're wondering how I got that blue hue. So I've done a little bit of preparation today because, as some of you know, I fractured my wrist, so I've taken it out of the brace today to do the video, but it's still incredibly sore. So this is the base, and the base is 27 centimeters by 15.6, and if you want to know that in inches, that is 10 point, 10.10 inches by 6.2. Okay, so I think it's 6 and an eighth, and then the other one will be 5/8. So yeah, anyway, I'm sure you can figure that out. Most people in Australia do centimetres. So 27 by 15.6, and this is your centre die. Now, I've already pre-taped that because that and like doing that action really hurts. So if you'll see by this one, so the easiest way is to fold it in half first, like that. Okay, because those are going to pop out, and then what you need to do is these ones will be folded back this way. So if you just go, be careful not to fold that one because that's not going. It's going to stay back, pop them out like that. So pop them out and just fold that in half. Okay, so that's your easiest way to do that, so they sit out like that. That's just going to tape straight into there like that. So I might do that first. You'll see those ridges in there. So this is what happens when you've got a mark on your top plate. And usually I would put a piece of photocopy paper in between, and I forgot, And I didn't want to do it again because I thought some people might think, oh, you know, how do I get rid of those marks if my top plate is marked? And that's how you do it. You just put a piece of plain photocopy paper in between the top of your die and the plate, and then it'll stop that from happening. And then once that little piece of paper, piece of paper is worn out, you just change it for another one. So I usually keep all my scrap paper that I've printed the wrong thing on, and I just put the plain side, not the one with print, because of course that will come out onto your thing. So, okay. So I've got to match up that in the middle. I'm just going to stand up. I can't. I made the other one before I broke my wrist, so it's been a while. Okay, so we're just going to make sure that when I first made the other one, I didn't stick in behind there because I thought, oh, I won't need to stick in behind there. And you do. So make sure you do that one. So there's your mechanism. So we're now going to decorate it. Now I have done some of these prior because I just find it difficult and it would be time consuming, and you don't want me to be waffling on because no one likes to sit there and watch a video. We just like to learn how to make it, get our die set out and make it ourselves. So I will be putting the cutting guide into the, I've done that already on my bit of downtime left-handed. So I'll put that into the VIP group as soon as this video goes up, or that weekend. And also I've done the last 3 months as well, and that, so I've got to catch up a little bit. So I may have stuck a few of these on a bit crooked. You don't realise how much you use your hands until you can't use your hands. So I'm not feeding Henry's chooks for a long time now. That's Dave's job. And I'm going to be very careful when I've got to step over a fence again. Anyway, so I love these papers because they all coordinate. So, and I decided I was going to do 2 lots of green in this one, and I thought, no, I think I'm going to put a little bit of that mushroomy pink in there. So I've done that. And I'm going to show you something that I've also done that's a little bit of a technique. Now I've put Jac paper on the back of these, and then I just inked around the coloured pieces with bundle sage. I probably could have inked around the insert as well, but I didn't do that. Now this one will fit in an envelope 160 millimeters by 160 millimeters. It might fit into 150 millimeters, because if you didn't want to put the flap down as far, because you could stand it that way in there, because it's actually not as wide. It's a rectangular shape. Now I've got 4 little bits like this now. So these are the toppers that I was talking about that are in the bundle. And if you buy the set, you may get one of those as your freebie. But they're not for sale. They're just a freebie that's with it. Oh, a moment. Now this one I've used the the stamp set that's with it, and it's called It's Your Birthday stamp set. So that's it. Now what I've done, you can see there, I've done it like that, and it's got a bit of colour on it. So I'm just going to show you, because I've got one here that I stamped. So because if you don't have, I do have the Jasco markers, blended markers and Copics and things like that. Didn't really have time to do Copics, but decided I would just I just wanted a little bit of colour that was going to match. So I've got my Aqua Brush, my water brush, and then on your acrylic block, I just put the ink on there, and then all you do is pick it up, okay, and colour your flowers with it. And then you just, yeah, so it just adds that light bit of colour. I didn't want it real bright, and I wanted the colours to match. So when you're finished with the colour, you just grab a piece of paper, and just normal photocopy paper, and just brush it until the colour's out, okay, and then you wipe that off with a tissue, and you start your next colour. So when I've stamped it, when I stamped that It's Your Birthday, I forgot to use the foam, okay, so you'll notice the difference with the stamp quality when you use the foam underneath. It's just a piece of packing foam, just a stamp with it. So that's an easy way to paint and add colour to your set. Okay. And then that's going to go, it's just got a little bit around the edge. Now I've also, so these go, they're not square, so you've got to see which one's there. So I've also done one to go on the front, but I've turned it around the other way because, and I've done the same butterfly there. And then I've also done this little I love you. Now, where did I put my foam dots? I thought I had them here. I don't know where I put them. Anyway, I was going to use foam dots, but look, oh, here they are. Righto, so I just wanted a bit of dimension on the front. It's going to be quite a bulky card, this card. So probably won't go through one stamp, but it wouldn't go through one stamp anyway because it's too wide, and anything over, I think it's 13 centimetres, you have to pay 2 stamps for. So I'm just going to put that on the front, just basic, and then I've done this stamp out of it as well. Now, if you're wondering, if you've been on my website and you're looking from New Zealand, Canada, the US, UK, and you can't, I've actually put Jac Paper on the back of that. That's all right. I can still do the foam dots. And you're wondering that you can't order because it doesn't have that capability, well, just email me at snazzyscrappin', and it's snazzy with an I, not a Y, snazzyscrappin@hotmail.com, and I'll give you instructions on how to order from overseas, because I do send out every week to people overseas. I've probably done the same on this one. Yeah, I have. That won't matter. I don't know why I did that, because I had intentions of using the 3D dots to give it some dimension. Okay, so we'll put that, I think, about there. I put the dots on it and then I pressed it down, and then the Jac Paper stuck to it, but that's all right. you wouldn't leave the Jac paper on and do that because it might peel off over time. Anyway, this will be enough to keep that up. But you got lots in this set. It's not quick, but it's like the concertina pocket and the vertical step card and a few of the others. It just looks so effective when it's finished. So, oh, I do have, and I've also done the one to go on the back so you can write something on there. So I'll just ink around the edges. So the inks that I used to paint with were Bundled Sage, Vintage Photo, Tattered Rose, and Aged Mahogany. So if you've got them at home already, I haven't tried with Distress Oxides, but I'm assuming that they would be very similar to use, and you would be able to do that as well. So that I'm going to put there like that. Oh, tweezers. These tweezers are very fine. Okay, and that goes like that. I'm going to go and put my brace back on because I've still got a couple of weeks to wear that. But there we go. So how lovely is that? Sits up like that. So it's a bit of a centerpiece like a few of the other sets that we've got. And that's the blue one that I made earlier. You can see that I said that I didn't stick that down. I sort of had to go in and stick it down afterwards, but this one's a lot better. I've stuck that right in there. So make sure that all this piece here, that you stick that. You could even run your tape that way. Okay, so that's our pop-out panel card die set, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. We've got a great VIP group where I give away something every week, and you can find all our products at snazzyscrappin.com. Thank you. Bye.